Dear students, today we are going to discuss the topic probability distribution. So, in which we are going to study what is the meaning of random variable. Now, see, the random experiment means two coins are tossed, three coins are tossed, or uh, if a die is thrown three times, die is thrown two times, like that. Or questions on the playing cards are also known to you. Means first of all we write the sample space and then we find out the probability of that particular event. Now here we are going to study the meaning of random variable. Now what is the definition of random variable? See here, a random variable is a function associating a real number with each outcome of a sample space S of a random experiment, and it is denoted by capital X. Now here, for each outcome of any experiment, each outcome of a sample space of any random experiment, we are going to associate a real number. Okay, and that real number means that variable contains real number is called as a random variable. By example we will clear this idea about random variable, but just you try to understand by this definition. For each outcome of a sample space is, we will associate a real number, and the variable which contains the real number is called as random variable. Remember. Now there are two types of random variable. First one is discrete random variable. Now depending on the random experiment, we have we are going to study two types of random variable. One is discrete random variable. Now see what is the meaning of discrete random variable. See here, a random variable x which can assume countable number of isolated values. That means in short it is integer. All are integers is called as a discrete random variable. In short, you can remember discrete random variable means all integers. All integers. Okay. Now, for example, suppose if you take the number of children in a family, then all are whole numbers. So numbers related to number of children in a family are all integers. So this is one example of discrete random variable. Okay, then suppose another example is number of attempts to hit a target. Number of attempts to hit a target. Here also we have to count this by using integers. Means number of attempts always will be in the form of integers. One attempt, two attempt, three attempts, like that. Not 1.1 attempt, 1.2 attempt, like this. Okay. So it contains only integers. Then that random variable x is called as discrete random variable. Now another type is continuous random variable. Now see what is the meaning of continuous random variable. A random variable x which can assume all real values within a given interval is called as continuous random variable. Means all values of x can be a real numbers, any real numbers. Means for example, see here, price of a commodity, price in rupees, suppose if you write, then price of a commodity, or age of a person. Age can be 5.4, 5.6, like that, 5.6 foot, 5.7 foot, like that. Age of a person, or height of a person in centimeter. Okay, so these are the few examples of continuous random variables. So there are two types of random variables related to the random experiment. Okay, one is discrete random variable. Discrete random variable contains only the values which are integers, and continuous random variable contains all real values or any particular interval of a real number. Okay, so these are the these are the types of random variables, okay, which are associated with the outcomes of sample space or outcomes of a random experiment. Okay, now on the basis of this we will define probability distribution of discrete random variable. So in this topic we have to define the probability distribution of discrete random variable. I will explain this by taking one example. Okay, so let us see. Now consider one experiment. Consider that coin is tossed 2 times. Coin is tossed 2 times. Then we know that how to write the sample space is, suppose. So sample space can be written as HH, HT, TH and TT. Now on the basis of this sample space, we have to define a random variable X. Now suppose if I define the random variable, now see the S contains 2 heads, 1 head, 1 tail like that, or both are tails like that. So we have to define the random variable as number of heads. Suppose, see, random variable is defined, that is capital X is equal to, suppose, number of heads. You can define it as number of tails also. Now what are the possible number of heads here in this sample space? If you see the outcomes of the sample space, then what are the possible numbers here? See, some element contains 0 number of heads, some element contains only 1 head, and some element contains 2 heads. So number every number means, for example, 0 is associated with this element. Okay, this one is associated with these 2 elements, and this 2 is associated with this element. Okay, so see, this is the definition of random variable. Means by using that definition we have defined the random variable X as number of heads here. So it contains 0, 1, 2. These are the 3 elements, okay, which are associated with outcome of sample space. Now if you take any value of X here, means suppose for X is equal to 0, or X is equal to 0, try to find out probability of 0. P of 0 means it is nothing but probability of getting no heads. See, what is the meaning of P of 0? It is the probability of getting no heads, because 0 means number of heads, 0 number of heads. So we have to find out the probability of getting no heads. Then what will be the probability of getting no heads on the coin after coin is tossed 2 times? We know that. Now for 0 there is only one element associated with that, so it will be 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4. Okay, 4 means number of elements in the sample space, and 1 means probability of getting no heads, there is only one element. So by definition of probability it will be 1 upon 4. Then we have to find out probability of 1. That means probability of getting only one head. This is the meaning of this P of 1. Now only one head. What is the probability? This 1 is related to two elements of the sample space. So it will be 2 upon 4. 2 upon 4. Similarly, P of 2. P of 2 means probability of getting both heads. Two heads means you can say both heads. So here the probability will be 1 by 4 because there is only one element associated with this number 2. Now see, for each value of random variable we get the probability. So we can write the function which is defined from function p, which is defined from x to p of x, okay, or you can say probability of x, like this, and this is called as probability distribution. Now you can write this in tabular form like this: x and corresponding p of x. Now x is 0, then the probability is 1 by 4. If x is 1, then probability is 2 by 4. And if x is 2, then the probability is 1 by 4. Okay. See this table. So for every value of x, you will get p of x. So probability distribution is called as a function, okay, related with probability. So this is a function. Now we have to discuss this probability distribution as a probability mass function. Probability mass function, or you can say PMF. In short, probability mass function means PMF. Now what is the definition of PMF? If you have any probability distribution like this, then the condition is what? All P of x must be greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to x. See, what is the definition of probability mass function? The condition is what? For any given probability distribution, first condition is what? From the given table, we have to observe that all values of P of x must be greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to x. And second condition, you add all the given values of P of x. Means here in this case, if you add 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, then you will get 1. Means if the summation of P of x is equal to 1, if summation of P of x, given P of x, if it is equal to 1, then you can say that this is PMF or probability mass function, and it is related to discrete random variable. Discrete random variable. Okay, so see here, probability distribution of discrete random variable, in which we have considered that coin is tossed 2 times. Then we write the sample space, and then we define one random variable which is a discrete random variable. That is, here it is number of heads, and it contains the values 0, 1, 2, and for every value of x we get the probability. Okay, and then we prepare the table which is called as table of probability distribution. And why it is called as probability mass function? Because the condition number 1 is what? If P of x must be greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to x. Here it is given, all the probabilities are positive here. And second one is summation p of x must be equal to 1. So here in this case it is possible. So we can say that this is the PMA and it is defined on discrete random variable. Okay. Now on the basis of this knowledge, we will solve the exercise number 7.1 from your textbook. Okay. Means our knowledge is what? First of all, we have defined the random variable, in which first one is discrete random variable and other one is continuous random variable. And then we have studied the probability distribution of discrete random variable. Okay, that is the probability mass function. So we will try to solve these three questions from the exercise number 7.1. So let us see. Now see the first question. Here it is defined that let x represent the difference between the number of heads and number of tails obtained when a coin is tossed 6 times. What are the values of x, possible values of x, that we have to decide. Means here the discrete random variable is defined and coin is tossed 6 times. So just to understand, I will explain like this. See, a coin is tossed 6 times. Now, what are the possible outcomes here? Just roughly if I write, then see 6 times head, like this. You can write, if you want to write actual elements, then first of all I will write all 6 heads. Then there will be 5 tails and 1 head, so on like this. Last one is all are tails, means 6 tails are there. So possible number of elements in the sample space will be 2 raised to 6. Okay, like this. Now what we have to find out, see how it is defined. X is defined as, it is the difference between the number of heads and number of tails obtained. Means here if you select this element, then the difference between number of heads and the number of tails. Now here this element contains 6 heads and 0 tails. So difference between them is 6 minus 0. Similarly for this element, there is only 1 head and 5 tails. So difference between them is 1 minus 5, like that. See, we have to find out the difference between number of heads and number of tails of every element in the sample space. So what will you write? So here the number of heads can be, what are the possible number of heads here for every element? Some element contains 0 heads, only 1 head, 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, 5 heads or 6 heads. At that time the number of tails can be, see for 0, if element contains 0 heads, means there are 6 tails. If element contains only 1 head, then there are 5 heads. Then if element contains 2 heads, then it contains 4 tails, like that. Okay. See, I will complete like this. Now we have to find out the corresponding difference between, means first of all we have to write first difference as 0 minus 6, then 1 minus 5, then 2 minus 4, then 3 minus 3, then 4 minus 2, 5 minus 1 and 6 minus 0. See, corresponding, when there is no head, then there are 6 tails. When there is only one head, then there are 5 tails, like that. So we have to find out the difference between number of heads and number of tails, corresponding number of heads and corresponding number of tails. So first difference will be 0 minus 6. So that is 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Then 1 minus 5, that is minus 4. Then 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. Then 3 minus 3, that is 0. 4 minus 2, that is 2. 5 minus 1, that is 4. And 6 minus 0, that is 6. So x contains, or these are the possible values of x. So possible values of x are minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 4, 6. Okay, see how to solve or how to define the random variable, and then how to find out the possible values of x. So this is your answer. Okay, so see this carefully. Now second question, an urn contains 5 red and 2 black balls. Now 2 balls are drawn at random, and suppose x denotes the number of black balls drawn. What are the possible values of x? That we have to find out. Okay, now in answer, see, the experiment is given that an urn contains 5 red and 2 black balls. Now 2 balls are drawn. 2 balls are drawn at random. So this experiment is given to you. Now x denotes the number of black balls drawn. Number of black balls. That means we have to find out the possible number of black balls from every element of the sample space. Now see, 2 balls whenever you draw from that urn, then what are the possible number of black balls? You will get 0 number of black balls. If you draw it randomly from that 5 red and 2 black balls, then 2 balls whenever you draw, then there will be no any black ball. So 0 number of black balls there. Sometimes you will get only one black ball, and sometimes you will get both black balls maximum. Okay, so x, values of x are, possible values of x are 0, 1, 2. So this is your answer. Okay, whenever you draw the 2 balls from that urn, then number of possible black balls will be 0, 1 or maximum 2, because bag contains or urn contains 2 black balls only. Okay, so see this answer. Now see the third question. State which of the following are not the probability mass function of a random variable. Give reasons for your answer. Now here in this case, suppose if I solve number 1, the table is given, that is called as probability distribution table is given, and we have to check that whether it is state which of the following are not the probability mass function. Okay, that we have to decide. Now first table contains the values x, px like this. For 0 it is 0.4 given, for 1 it is 0.4, and for 2 it is 0.2. It is given to you. Now from the definition of probability mass function, by definition First of all, we have to check that all p of x must be positive. So here in this case, p of x are given, all are positive. So we can write p of x greater than or equal to 0 or all x belongs to x. See here, values are given to you 0 0.4, 0 0.4 and 0 0.2. So all are positive values. Then second one, you have to check that the addition p of x. Okay. Now add the 0 0.4 plus 0 0.4 plus 0 0.2. Then here by adding, if you observe this carefully, then you will get 1.0, or you can say 1. So by definition you can say that the given table or given probability distribution is a PMF. Okay. We have to state that which of the following are not probability mass function. But here the first table is the table of probability mass function. Now we will solve next. Okay. Now see, the next table is contains x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and for that p of x is given to you 0 0.1, 0 0.5, 0 0.2, minus 0 0.1 and 0 0.2. Now here in this case, if you write the answer, then see, from the given table, just by observation from table, if you see here that probability of 3 means probability when x is equal to 3, it is given as minus 0.1. Okay. Now as per the definition of probability mass function, the first condition is what? P of x must be greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to x. This is by definition of probability mass function. But here in this case, P of 3 is equal to minus 0.1. Okay. So here you can write P of 3 is negative from the table. So that's why first condition fails here. So this is not PMF. This is not PMF. Now no need to check the second condition here because first condition fails because P of 3 is negative. So this is not PMF. Okay. So see how to identify the probability mass function from the given table. Okay. Thank you.